Hello, 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 everyone. I'm going to give everyone a chance to kind of roll in here in a moment before we get started. Alrighty. I hope everyone is having a fantastic, wonderful evening. Hope we're all getting ready and prepared for the weekend, or sorry, for the week, or over the weekend. Hello, Cindy. How are you doing today? Hi, Iris. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Shannon. Everyone's comments just kind of popped in at once today. My Sunday is absolutely fantastic. I'm just taking today to kind of rest and recharge. Obviously, after the holidays this past week, we had Thanksgiving. I am otherwise doing fantastic and prepping for the week. I hope everyone else is. But with that being said, let's jump into some readings here, why don't we? So, Shannon Elise, I'm open if there are messages for me. Let's see, I'm feeling drawn to you. Shannon Elise. Ooh. All right, so I want to say, Shannon, that fate is working for you. I thought I saw one other flip over in here, but apparently I did not. Fate is working for you. It looks like you are taking advantage of the things that are coming to you, that are being given to you. I mean, the Fates card was the first thing that popped out. You know, these three Fates are working in your favor. You're able to receive during this time. I mean, this card is not only about giving, but it's also about receiving and the ability to receive. And having that upright with the Fates is very much so appearing that you can expect to receive good fortune in. And with that, you'll be able to take that and kind of run with it. I mean, the Swords is all about choosing your own destiny, and it really is all about mental fortitude. And with this inspiration, with this incoming of good energy, you'll be able to take that and kind of go with it and forge your own path. This Page of Swords is in reverse, which tells me that you've learned everything that you need to learn. You're as prepared as you can be. All that you have to do is wait for it to come in. Oh, and there's this Hanged Woman. So a new perspective is on its way. So if you've been struggling with something, a new perspective is on its way, and potentially that perspective will be as a result of this incoming. All right. And by the way, I do have multiple decks here, so if you see me changing, it's because I'm feeling drawn to different ones. They all have set intentions behind them. Donna Nichol, I'm feeling drawn to you. Let's take a look. All right, Donna. All right, it looks like, Donna, you're going through a transformation, but you may be rejecting it. I want to preface this with saying that everything that I say kind of unfiltered, because I want to be able to get the message clear to you, and I don't want to say, oh, everything's positive, and say everything's positive all the time. With that being said, there's something about your inner innocence, your inner child maybe, that hasn't been healed. And maybe you've been neglecting to heal that, or maybe trying to suppress it rather than facing and healing it. But I do have to say that when you are able to get through that, and you are able to bring it back to the service, when you are able to find that childlike innocence again, no word of a lie, that just popped up, letting go. When you're able to truly let go of that, Donna, that's when transformation occurs. That's when true transformation occurs. Back of the deck, new vision. New vision. A new vision occurs from that. This new vision, it's the 12th card in the major arcana here, and it really is about, transforming. It's about coming out on the other end with an entirely new perspective, and that's what needs to happen, but that can't happen until you've healed this. All right. Let's see, who's next? Tracy Hand. Tracy Hand. Let's take a look. Your authority, your 10th house. One more, give me one. Ooh, okay. So, right now there seems to be a bit of a... I have no other way to describe it than like a tug of war, Tracy, between your sense of authority and your love life. So potentially, I need clarification. Give me one moment here. Ooh, you're giving in to someone too much. There's someone that you're giving in to way too much. You're trying to recreate a memory that you once had with them, but in doing so, you're losing your authority. One moment. Okay, this Temperance card came out in reverse, so there's an imbalance that's being found here. So your sense of inner authority, your sense of lifehood authority, your kind of motion that you're going in this life is being diminished. It's being kind of glanced or looked over. Potentially you're giving in to someone or something else, trying to recreate a happy memory from earlier in your life. But in doing so, you're creating an imbalance because it's not supposed to be integrated at this point. There's going to be a decision that has to be made soon. This Judgment card is all about kind of divine intervention, but also coming to one final decision, like kind of having a coming to a realization moment. If you look, there's an angel blowing a horn, raising people up from what look to be graves, as well as just people standing around. So you can kind of see this is pulling people up from an awareness that they were maybe once in a deep slumber. So there needs to be an awareness that, not an awareness, more of a judgment call that's made on whether or not you want to sacrifice your sense of authority right now in order to achieve that, childhood innocence or that earlier memory that you were searching for, or you have to let go of that earlier memory in search of your own authority. There's a decision that has to be made there. Back of the deck, Queen of Wands, which is really all about outspoken energy and just being authoritative in your own voice. That's what you need to kind of focus on right now, Tracy. All right. Let's see. Let's do Terry Bonacacio. I may not pick people immediately in between just because I'm trying to read who I'm feeling drawn to, but Terry Bonacacio, I would love to give you a reading here. Let's take a look. Terry. Terry, I do have to say automatically I am getting a lot of like stress, almost like an elephant on my chest. So I want to say first off, starting with that, I can already tell that there's something that's been weighing on you. Something on your mind, yeah. A bogged mind. A heavy mind, a confused mind, one that's constantly turning, one that's constantly going, one that's constantly running. Yeah, receptivity is all off. This came out in reverse. This is the Queen of Water in this deck. And in this case, it's in reverse. When we think of the Queen of Water in reverse, think of it almost like a tidal wave comes up and crashes over you. And it's like receptivity that's there, but it's overbearing, it's overwhelming, it's almost drowning in its own nature. So I can see there's a lot of stress that you're under, almost like you're drowning in it. This exhaustion card is the back of the deck. So you're heavily exhausted from it. Let's take a look, Spirit. What can we focus on externally to kind of clear this? What can we focus on externally? Ooh, so the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. So being mentally decisive, having clear set boundaries, as well as compassion. So you can have compassion and set boundaries. It's a tough balance to have, but it is quite possible. It's the entire nature of that Queen of Swords. And this King of Wands is all about embracing passion and inspiration and following forward with it. I mean, he's the king. He sets the rules. He sets the law. And if he wants to go towards something, he's going to go towards it and really following that inspiration, but also having the wisdom of what is actually good for your kind of internal fire, what's going to feed that internal fire and what's going to smother it. So the message here is there needs to be more decisive nature. So you need to more embrace this Queen of Swords so that you can cut away what you can deal with. I mean, think of a queen. If she faces a lot of challenges, she can become quite cold. She can become decisive. She can become, I mean, every time I think of off with her head, I think of the queen's voice. I don't think of the king's voice because this is the nature of the queen. She can have compassion, but she can also rule with authority and inner authority. And especially with that sword, she can slice through like all of the BS. So with that being said, embrace that nature. And from that, you'll find that this King of Wands energy kind of flows in naturally once you've been able to embrace that Queen of Swords energy. Oh yeah, Sun is in reverse in the back of the deck as well, which is indicating that like your inner life force is maybe being pressured down. So you'll need to watch that because your inner life force is it's important. You know, it's your source of energy. And if that's being weighed down, there are changes that have to be made. Changes that have to be made. All right. Ashley Soderlund. Ashley Soderlund. Trying to see what deck I want to use for you. I feel like, one moment. Absolutely, Terry. All right. Ashley Soderlund. Or Soderlund, I'm sorry. Let's take a look. I've got my decks, like, mixed here. I don't know why, but all right. Ashley Soderlund. Ooh, okay. So there's an inner light in you that's trying to shine through, Ashley. But it can't because there seems to be some borders up. There seems to be some blockages. The things to release those blockages is healing and forgiveness. So let me dive into this a little bit further here. A family relationship matter. So not like a relationship matter, but there's a familial relationship matter at hand. I just saw like a family like tree line. So maybe there's someone in your family that you need to forgive. Not necessarily forgive for them, like not even like tell them. You don't even necessarily have to tell them you forgive them. Don't even give them that satisfaction. But like forgiveness for the sake of healing. Oh yeah. You have to start laying that seed. You have to lay that seed, set that first foundation, set that first stone in motion so that you can continue on this path. I mean, the world is in your hands. The world is in your hands, but only after you've been able to forgive yourself and heal from what's essentially caused so much turmoil within you. I need to go further into this Ten of Swords. Oh, yeah. So this has been weighing on you for quite some time. Someone from your childhood. I'm definitely getting childhood, something that ruined your sense of like wonder and joy in the world. Or not ruined, but altered it. It altered like that. The world is enchanted and working in your favor. It altered that view. And there needs to be a forgiveness for that person or for you, like so you can heal from that, so that you can release that and you can start on this new journey. I lost my mom 6 months ago and it's killing me. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've lost, I think, I don't even want to count, but 3 or 4 people in this past year, and it's a very tough thing to go through. And it can feel like a burden. It can feel like it's weighing down on you. Perhaps maybe you're feeling guilt from interactions with her in the past, or you're feeling guilt for maybe your last interactions with her, or you're feeling guilt for yourself. Maybe you have to forgive yourself in order to move on, in this case. All right. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Ashley. glad I was able to help. Allie Grace. Allie Grace. I would love to pull a card for you. Hold on. Ooh. We've got some jumpers for you. Hold on. I felt like a relief of like finally, like almost like your spirit guides, Allie, have been like trying to reach out to you, and like they maybe haven't been successful, because I just got like a finally. I don't know why, but I just thought that I would mention that. Like I just got that like relief feeling. So this is a complicated reading, so give me a moment to digest this for a moment, Allie. Something is presenting itself to you as an opportunity, but it's really distracting you from your opportunities, like distracting you from the opportunities that really are good for you. So the thing is your energy is really ripe and abundant right now, and it seems as if almost people are drawn to this energy. They're almost like they're wanting your energy. They're wanting to tap into that energy. They almost see you as an opportunity. But you have to be careful, because they're putting on a good face so that you'll give them access to that. The opportunities that would have presented themselves to you as a result of this are blocking themselves. This conditioning card is here in reverse. Ooh, Tarot Destroyer. Can we get rid of them? I don't know how otherwise I would. But thank you. Thank you so much. So, Allie, this conditioning card is, sorry, that completely distracted me and threw me off. I'm so sorry about that. But this is in reverse. This reversed conditioning card is really all about releasing the external conditions that have been placed upon you. So you need to release whatever this person's energy is that has a grasp on you. So it's like a parasitic relationship. They've clung on to you. Whatever this person, thing, or event is, they've like clung on to you. They're almost like sucking away like the energy, that ripeness that you have, and you need to release that. Like you need to let go of that conditioning, that external energy. Yeah, traveling, internal traveling, letting go, moving on. This person, whatever it is, they're draining your energy, and it's maybe time to let go. Trying to break from an old relationship. Yeah. Maybe they're clinging on a little bit too hard, Allie, because I can see them like they want access to your relationship. They see you as an opportunity rather than like a partner in a relationship, which you are not an opportunity. You are an equal in a partnership for an equal energy exchange in the partnership. You are not an opportunity to bring them up, because here's the thing: if they're functioning at a lower vibration and they want to steal some of your energy, in order for that to happen, they've got to kind of try and bring you down and match it. So they're going to siphon off what they can. So you've got to create those boundaries. Perhaps they're maybe reaching out or like attempting to get back in. my left wrist is very itchy, so perhaps they've been like bugging you, or at the very least like sending you energy that is like trying to draw you back in, and you need to put that aside and do what's best for you. Anyways, let me grab some water. This is your reminder to drink water as well. Let's see who is next. Absolutely, Allie. Beth Kruger. Beth Kruger. I'm feeling quite drawn to you. Hold on, we're clearing this energy because it's not mine. It's not my energy. It's not my energy. We're good. Bye, Millie. Thank you for stopping in. All right. I'm sorry. Beth Kruger. Let's take a look. What do we got going on? All right, Beth. I'm gonna say something kind of unfiltered here. You're allowing matters of the heart to get in the way of your fiery nature. There is something. Ooh, did you sign into something or sign up for something that like wasn't what you thought it was? Like, this could be a relationship, but more like a business venture or maybe like a partnership in something. You didn't, because whatever it is, I mean, you are allowing it to dampen your fire. Let's see. I need clarification on this. Something's got you questioning your stability. I have had many not so good business deals. Yeah, something making you question your stability, specifically one most recent deal, or something like an agreement that you signed into that just wasn't good for you. It's like you signed into it, you went into it kind of maybe very quickly or faster than you maybe should have. Once you were signed in, you actually understood like what you signed into, and it's dampened that fiery nature. But I do also have to say that it's maybe inspired you to look in alternative places that you would not have before. So maybe you're looking at new ventures, you're looking to grab a hold of control more than you were prior. So there is a silver lining to this. This deal, I'm going to say in complete honesty, whatever this deal is referring to, you know better than I do, it's not a good one. This is one that is just, it's more like trying to lock you in and keep you there. And you need to be careful of that. So with that being said, continue to search for outside alternative solutions, because that's where your out is going to be from whatever this agreement or contract is, because whatever it is, it's not for your betterment. It's not for your betterment. It's more of like they want your energy because they know that once they have it, it'll be hard for you to get out of it. Like they want you like to believe you're locked down, because once you believe you're locked down, they know that they have all the power over you. So you need to make sure that you continue to keep your mind always, you know, open, maybe outsourcing to new things that you have not maybe looked at prior. Don't allow yourself to believe you're stuck in your position, because that's where they're going to get their power, whatever this other person is. Yeah, this Ace of Pentacles, a fallen deal, a fallen agreement. All right. Let's see. Let's Molly Mertz. Let's take a look. I'm actually feeling quite a bit stuck. Molly. Two cards that just like immediately flew out. Inspiration and passion. But passion was in reverse, so I do have to say, you may be finding inspiration, but you're not sure what your passion is. You're like struggling to find desire, or struggling to find the things that spark your desire or highlight your desire. You get inspiration from things, but you maybe have no way to expunge that inspiration. It's almost like a antsy inspiration. It's like it comes in and then you're like, okay, great, now what do I do with it? I don't know. Yeah, back of the deck is this honesty. So there may be something you're not being truthful with yourself about, Molly. Let's take a look. Let's do this deck. So, Molly, one thing that I'm getting is like an energy, like, because so I'm an intuitive empath. So a lot of times when I'm doing my readings, I feel emotions or energies either from you or from your spirit guide team. And one thing that I'm getting of is a lot of like antsy energy. Like a lot of like almost like edge of my seat. Like I'm like almost like I'm watching a horror movie, but like it's not reaching a climax. It's like, you know, when the buildup is happening to like a jump scare, you know that jump scare is going to be there, but you still feel that buildup. It's like that same feeling. Like, you know, something's going to pop out, but it hasn't popped out yet. Hi. Sorry, that's my bird. This playfulness card is in the back in reverse. So this is, I was just diagnosed with breast cancer and my surgery keeps getting postponed. Oh, that could totally be it. That could totally be it. Because it's like, whatever it is, it's totally getting in reverse. So I'm waiting on what the actual treatment will be. Yeah, it's like you're not able to enjoy life. Like you have maybe that inspiration because you have that like hope on like, yes, the treatment is gonna come, it'll be here, and then it's like right when it gets to maturity, because that's where this guy was trying to figure out where this card came from. Once it gets to maturity, it's like you feel happy, you're almost at that abundant place, and then this happens. It crashes. And you're left feeling like, okay, great, we're back at square one again. We're back at nothing. What do I do with this energy? Like we were just about to be able to release it. What do we do? So, with that being said, I'm gonna pull from one more deck. See what we can do to rectify this. I've been holding my breath for about 2 months now. Okay, let's take a look. So I know this may sound cold, but there's nothing that can be done by you right now other than just waiting. I mean, this Page of Wands is in reverse. There's nothing to grab a hold of to get this going. It's all about receiving. There needs to be a transformation in the way that you see things. This Hanged Woman, it's you need to just, there needs to be a perspective shift, because if you're constantly worried about what's going on and when it's going to come, that's all you're going to be seeing. If it's like, you don't tell a new pilot to look out for the mountain because that's all he's going to focus on. And that's the thing, is you're seeing the mountain and that's all you're focusing on. And there needs to be a release. There needs to be a new perspective. This Nine of Cups, every time I see it, it does typically represent anxiety or anticipatory energy, because it's almost like you're feeding into yourself, like you're putting those butterflies into your stomach. This is a very nerve-wracking situation, and you need to be able to take those nerves, kind of tuck them away, and say, they are there, but it's okay because they don't overrun me. And I just have to wait for this to come, because there's nothing that I can physically do right now. The one card that did pop out that I was like, I'm wondering what that is, but now I'm hearing it a little bit more. This Lovers card, there's potentially a relationship, whether it be romantic or not. It's most likely like not passionate, but more like a close, special relationship that you have with someone, that maybe you can tune in or tap into that relationship and maybe focus on that and focus your energy towards that, rather than waiting for this notification of when this next appointment is going to come in, because it will come in. I'm saying that it will come in. You just need to shift your perspective in the meantime, because it is preventing you. Like, the thing is if this procedure doesn't happen for 3 months, you don't want these next 3 months to be miserable for you. You know, you need to have that joy, have that inspiration, have that sense of like fulfillment within your joys and fulfillment in your desires. You'll be able to feel abundant in the meantime. And that is possible. I know it seems difficult, and it is very much so a hard task, but it is possible, and you can do it. I know you can. I mean, the cards are saying that you can. I mean, you can gain a new perspective, and they're highlighting that. You just have to believe that you can, too. And I believe that you can. You just have to. All right. That one was a little bit longer than others, but That's okay. I felt drawn. All right. Just because I'm feeling a lot of emotions, a lot of energy flowing through here, I'm just going to take a deep breath. Everyone's welcome to join in for a moment just to clean, cleanse, release. We're just going to go in, breathe in all that good energy, and on the release, we're just going to release all that bad energy. Ready? All right. Now that we've kind of reset, we've given a chance for spirit to take a breath too, we'll move on. Paula Spittle. I would really love to give you a reading. Let's take a look. Paula Spittle. All right. Paula, there's an off balance nature going on here. I'm seeing a lot of opportunities for you. Like, you have a lot of opportunities, but you're being maybe too idealistic with them. For sake of transparency, I'm not going to filter what I'm saying. It seems as if the things and the sites that you're looking at are not based in reality. You have a lot of hopes, a lot of dreams, a lot of things that you're trying to work for, but maybe not really setting your expectations of the results in a realistic manner. It seems like you're being a little bit idealistic with your dreams and desires, and not really idealistic, but more like in like a dream state with them. Like you're really not in touch with like your root. Like you're not in touch with like what actually grounds you here. But there is a but here, and I can tell there's a but because I can feel it. Give me one moment. Yeah, the High Priestess and the Emperor actually came out together, and the Emperor came out in reverse. You need to root yourself back into reality. There needs to be like an authority sense that's popping up, because the Emperor is knowing about what's realistic and what's possible, what's obtainable in this right now. The Emperor is like all about action in the direct moment in this physical plane, and he kind of rules over. He's the ruler. The High Priestess is your internal sense. The High Priestess in astrology is the moon, which is representative of your emotions, your intuitive senses, your kind of your dreams as well. It can be your dreams. And that seems to be heavily active. And again, this Emperor is in reverse. So, Spirit, what's a solution here? What is our resolution? Because you're highlighting this energy, but I need a resolution. Eight of Pentacles. Putting in that work, weaving your own reality. So it seems like you need to settle down on something and commit to finishing it. So pick a manifestation, pick something that you want to focus on, see a realistic goal, picture that goal, and then work towards it. Put in the work until it's here. Don't put in the work and then right before, like, it doesn't come immediately, so you just quit. You got to put in the work until it's finished. This Eight of Pentacles is all about dedication, kind of those last steps in putting in that physical work in order to achieve the manifestations that you're trying to achieve. But in order for you to do that, you have to have a picture, an image of what you actually want to achieve first. So clearing up, I guess the easiest way to say it is clearing up delusions or self-inflicted illusions. You're tricking yourself. Open your eyes, essentially. Sorry, I hope I didn't offend you with that. I don't like to filter what I say because I have a message and I like to give it to you for a reason. Absolutely, Paula. Let's take a look. As I say, I can tell you what you want to hear. Anybody can do that. But I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. All right. Anne Eva. I would love to give a reading for you. Before we go into this next reading, though, I do want to mention anybody who didn't get a chance to get a reading from me, you are welcome to go follow my page, Pathway Light by Corey. That's available on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I typically go live on Facebook every once in a while to do free tarot readings. I also do astrology analyses. But I also have my website, pathwaylightbycorey.com. You can see there, you can visit there to see all of my events online and in person, and also to book one-on-one individual tarot readings with me directly, as well as astrology analyses. And I also do dream interpretations too. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to visit my page. But if not, I'm always here every other Sunday. I believe we do at 3:30 or 3:30 Eastern time. So GMT -5. But with that being said, Anne, we can go into your reading now. Anne. Anne. And it looks like you're taking back control of your life. When I first started the reading, I got a sense of like breaking free from your family. I don't know if that makes sense. But like maybe your family has imposed certain restrictions or thought processes on you. I need clarification. One moment. Sorry, I'm trying to process. That's why I'm taking a moment. Ooh, these restrictions have left you blinded in the past. Like, you're now at a point in your life where you're like removing those blindfolds. No, my mom has been very sick and I've had to be a caregiver for a while. So let me dive into that energy a little bit more. Ooh. She is ready for hospice now. Okay. Because so the Eight of Wands just popped out. This is about receiving news, like suddenly receiving news. And with this, it was the clarifier for the Emperor. So for me, this is indicative of receiving news that leads to you establishing authority or autonomy back over yourself. So receiving news that makes you more in control of your own life. Falling off of the things that have been worrying you. So this Ten of Swords is in reverse. So obviously there's been something that has been weighing down on you, but you're at a point where maybe you're starting to slowly slide off of those swords. So it's not like they're no longer a burden for you. They still leave wounds, but you're starting to be able to shift from the position that you were in. That's where this Two of Swords energy comes in. This Two of Swords was in reverse. I just picked it up the wrong way. But this Two of Swords, when it's in reverse, is about removing those blindfolds and being able to see things clearly. So maybe for a while you felt like you haven't been able to have hope, or you haven't been able to live your life for you, and you're now able to start removing those blindfolds, or you will start to be able to. I do have to say, though, that there are other relationships that you are not addressing right now. So this Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, which is, for me, indicative of like not laying the seeds that you can lay. So obviously right now with your hands being tied up with your mom and putting all of the time and energy and love that you can give to her into her, you haven't been able to focus on these other things. But maybe now, if you can start to find time, even for small amounts of time, you should start to feed into those relationships again. Because I'm seeing a need to obtain your own authority again. Like this Emperor is heavy here, like a need to be in control of your life again. And this is where it's going to start. It's going to start by feeding into those relationships with the people around you again. And I'm very sorry to hear everything that's going on with your mom. It is a very hard thing to go through. But the silver lining here is rediscovering yourself and rediscovering your self-authority. And I know that it's tough to say, well, there's a silver lining to this at all, because it's a difficult situation. But there is a silver lining. It's a very tough situation. I'm sorry you're going through it. I'm sending you all the love and healing energy, Anne. And I know that on the other end of it, you'll come out with a stronger sense of authority on the other side. And it may not seem like it now. It may seem like you're at a point where you're like just tired. But you have got this. You've got this, Anne. Any light for you? I mean, I'm sending you all of the love and light that I can. The light here is your self-autonomy again. Anything positive in my future, yeah, it's gaining that self-autonomy and feeding into those relationships again. With that community comes a sense of completion and comes a sense of inclusion, not feeling so left out, not feeling so alone. And that's why this is being highlighted, because in order for that positive and for that light to start showing and reflecting in your life on a visible scale and a noticeable scale on a day-to-day, you have to start feeding into those relationships. And those relationships can also be the relationship that you have with yourself. So self meaning the little s, so like your ego self, your mundane self versus your big S self, your like big S self. So like your ego, or not your ego self, your soul self, your highest potential self, and feeding back into that again. And that's where that integration of light and love will come back into your life, Anne. Maybe there's a retreat that you need to have, like a long weekend where it's just you and maybe one other person, where you can take that time to recharge. All right. I probably have time for one more reading here. Let's see. Cindy Woodside. Cindy, I'm feeling drawn to you. Is there a relationship matter at hand? Because like the moment I said your name, my heart just like crunched. I don't know how else to say it than like a crunch. It's like it felt just like tight. Let me know if there's a relationship problem at hand. Cindy. No partner. Is there a potential suit, like a potential partner that like you're struggling with? Ooh, okay. Matters of finances. One who wants to date me. Not matters of finances, matters of like the material realm and your sense of security. Maybe that's where I'm feeling that pressure. Like, let's dive into this more. Yes, spark has been slow. Okay. So you've been in this position for a long time. So Cindy, have you been in this job for like a decent amount of time? Not necessarily a long time, but like a period of time where you can look back and you can say, yeah, I'm like tenured, if that makes sense. Because this Hierophant is here. 3 months. There's like there's an internal change going on. I'm seeing like pressure in all aspects of your life. That's why I'm being very hesitant with what I'm saying. Like it's almost like a sense of incompletion, like a sense of like you're working, you're putting in everything, you're doing everything that you can, but it's almost like nothing's working. It's like tower after tower after tower. So I'm being very careful with my words because I'm trying to find the right way to put this. All of this energy that you're putting into things may not seem like they're yes, pressure always on every area. It may not seem like they're producing immediate results, but this world card is here, which is telling me that you're setting yourself up through all of these small tasks, even though they may not seem very beneficial in the larger grand scheme, they're teaching you lessons. These lessons are granting you better understanding, a better perspective, a better kind of viewpoint of the world around you, and teaching you lessons that you'll be able to carry with you that will prove beneficial later on in life. So what I have to say is right now there's no direct resolution to the challenging energies in your life, but there are direct lessons that can be found from each of these challenges. So what I would say is maybe note down like the challenges that you're facing and then the lesson that you can learn from it. Start journaling your lessons. I know that sounds weird, but like journaling your lessons gives you a grander perspective. And then maybe, you know, like I said, these are long-term things. I'm thinking Saturnian type kind of timelines, which can be like up to 30 years. So these are long-term rewards that like in the future you're going to be able to look back on and say, you know what, I had this challenging time, but I went through it, I learned this, and I'm applying it in my real life now, and it's resulting in beneficial things now. So right now you're not going to see the opportunities from these lessons, but I can almost guarantee you that if you take the lessons and absorb them and actually learn them and the things that they're trying to teach you, you will be able to apply them in a beneficial manner later on in life. Right now is kind of a transformative time just for you in general, in all areas. Should I date? Should I find a new job soon? Always contemplating. Yeah. And right now with that Tower card, it's more just kind of experimenting. And if things crash, just kind of letting them crash and taking the lessons from it. You know, you can date, you can find a new job, but everything's going to teach you a lesson, whether it be a beneficial lesson or a hard lesson. You know, it teaches you the hard way, or it's something good and it teaches you what to look for good in the future. Feeling stuck on a lot, accepting all in my path. Yeah. And it seems like right now that just seems to be the theme. Unfortunately, I have no direct resolution for that. But I would just say continue to absorb all those lessons, because you will be able to apply them, and eventually they will become quite useful for you. And you'll be able to look back and say, yeah, I'm happy I went through it then, because I needed this now. But with that being said, if you do want a reading, I do offer private readings. Again, you can book those through my website at pathwaylightbycorey.com. Or you can follow just my website or follow any of my pages at, you know, Pathway Light by Corey, and you can get in contact with me, ask me questions, send me an email. I'm always here to answer any questions that anybody has. But with that, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening, a fantastic week. And yeah, sending all love and light to everyone. Bye now.